Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel, Fira, where we talk about all things cruelty-free beauty, gothic fashion, and lifestyle. If that sounds awesome to you, hit the subscribe button. So today's video is the number one thing that you need to stop doing to feel pretty. This is the number one thing that everyone of all ages, all skin tones should stop doing so they feel pretty. Stop wearing the weight of other people's opinions. Let me say that again. Stop giving a fuck about what other people think about you. When I've been able to do this, when I've been able to stop wearing the weight of other people's opinions on me, I have been very happy. I have found it to be very freeing when I do not care what others think about me and the choices that I am making, and it kind of just feels like a huge burden off of my shoulders. Here are some of the reasons why I suggest that you should stop wearing the weight of other people's opinions to feel pretty. Number one on that list is you can't please everyone. As Dita Von Teese said, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world and someone is still gonna hate peaches. What that means is it doesn't matter how good you are, someone will still not like you, and that is out of your control and there's nothing you can do about it. So what's better to do rather than ruminate on that one person or people who don't like you is just to move on to the people who do and don't worry about those who don't. Number two, it's not their life to live. And what I mean by that is if we only have one life on this world, I want to live my life to the fullest and make the most of the time I have here. I'm 41 going on 42. If I'm lucky, I'll have another 40 years, maybe 60, depending. My grandmother lived to be 95, 96, something like that. So, it's entirely possible that I could live longer, but I want to make the most of the time that I have. And so should you. And it took me until I hit 40 before I could really stop wearing the weight of other people's opinions. So I'm trying to I want you to know this so that you can stop doing it sooner and feel better and more self-confident. Number three, what is good for somebody else that may not be good for you? A really great example of this is with me, doing the keto diet was good for me to break my sugar addiction and to fix my eating problems that I had, to help me kind of reset back to a healthier portion size and way of eating. It doesn't work for everybody. My friend who actually introduced me to the keto diet has done better on Weight Watchers and seen more progress that she has wanted to make doing Weight Watchers. But the point of it is that what works for you may not work for somebody else. So you need to think about you and what's going to work best for you and not worry so much about what somebody else is recommending or saying. You have to ultimately, at the end of the day, be confident in the decisions that you're making because you're the one who has to live with them. And that kind of ties into number four, which is no one else really does know what's best for you. People can offer you their opinions and their suggestions, but at the end of the day, like I said just a minute ago, you're the one who's going to have to live with it. So you really need to figure out what's going to be working best for you and go from there. It's your choice. So I personally recommend making that choice from the creator position. And what I mean by that is I just recently listened to this audiobook called The Power of TED, and that's the empowerment dynamic. And I'll put a link down in the description box so you can check it out and get it. It's on Amazon. I didn't write this book, but it's amazing. It's a really quick audiobook to listen to. And it really talks about how to put yourself into the creator mindset so that you stop feeling like a victim and you feel like you are in control of your life. And so as a creator, you see challenges such as bad things that come your way. But if you are staying in a positive mindset, it helps you, for me, it helps me feel better because I've been going through a lot of challenges. But yeah, basically, once I moved out of the victim mindset where, oh God, all these bad things happen to me and it really sucks, into these shitty things happen, but I'm moving forward and I'm keeping a good attitude, I have felt a lot better. Number five on this list is that life is too short to keep wearing the weight of other people's opinions on you because it's going to keep you from wanting to reach out and do things that you dream about. If you're constantly worried about what Sally, your neighbor, has to say, then you may not feel like you can start a new business. And if you're always worried about, hey, am I going to offend X person with, if I talk about Y, then you're going to end up missing opportunities that will allow you to shine. And finally, the last point, and probably the most important point, is that other people don't really care as much as you think. This is a hard one for me because I have anxiety disorder and PTSD. I overthink shit all the time. I'm constantly worried about stuff. But this is true. My therapist has pointed this out to me, that that basically people don't think about stuff as much as I worried that they are. And so I need to just let that go. Basically, what I've learned in therapy is that, unless the decision that I make is going to directly impact somebody else, just do what I want. And I strive to treat people the way I want to be treated and be a good person. So that's my mindset. So as I mentioned, if you're like me and you have anxiety and you're wondering, how the fuck do I get started with this whole stopping wearing the weight of other people's opinions? How can I just embrace who I am and be happier? I've got some advice for you. So let me enlighten you as to what my therapist has shared with me that I've learned over the past several years in therapy. Number one, the negative things that people say about you reflect more on them than it does on you. So for example, whenever somebody leaves me a nasty troll comment on my YouTube channel or my blog, I kind of read it and I go, oh, I feel so bad for them that they, basically to feel good about themselves, they have to leave comments on a stranger's internet, like on my webpage or whatever. They have to leave comments to make themselves feel better by putting somebody else down. That really speaks volumes about them. That means that they're usually a narcissist, or, they're not somebody who's actually motivated to do anything for themselves. They're just a petty, tiny person. So they're not worth your time. They're not worth your tears. Basically, those people waste all of their time bitching about how you shouldn't be doing this or putting you down, and they don't ever go out and try and do anything on their own. So they're not worth it. Because people who are in the creator mindset don't do that. They don't put others down. They're looking for ways to coach and help people or to face their challenges head on. They're not looking to just put somebody down and be a persecutor. Number two, and this is something that my friend Carly, I love her so much. She's Spellbound Stitches, and I'll put a link to her Instagram in the description box down below so you can check her out. But this is something that Carly is helping with so much, and it is working through the worst case scenario. So that means think about what's the worst possible thing that could happen in this scenario if you make this decision, and write it down. And then decide what's the best thing that could happen if you make this decision, and write that down. And I have found that by following Carly's advice in this and doing that, it has allowed me to be less scared. Because of my anxiety, if I can look at all the scenarios and figure out what the worst case scenario is, I can at least prepare for that. I prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So it's made a big difference for me. Normally, one of the things I think about is death a possibility? If it's not, then it's really not that bad. That's usually one of the things that I work backwards from. Number three. I recommend getting rid of people in your life who are toxic and abusive. And don't replace it with people who do that false toxic positivity either. And this goes for if it's a family member, a friend, whatever. Get rid of those people. I have a really great article that I wrote, and I'm going to put a link to it up here, called I Don't Talk to My Toxic Mother. And it basically goes into why I don't talk to my birth mother and provide support for people who might also be in that situation. Because I feel like a lot of people say that you should just forgive your family members and that that's the most important thing. And I don't believe that. I think you should cut toxic people out of your life. If those people get better, give them another chance if you want. But if not, just cut them out, move on. You're going to be so much happier not dealing with their bullshit. Basically, toxic people have to decide that they want to change themselves. You can't change them. You can change yourself, or you can remove yourself from the situation. So a lot of times what I will do is just remove myself from the situation and be done. Number four, I recommend finding a few people whose opinions you can trust to use as a sounding board. So for me, I will ask Mickey, or ask Carly, or I'll ask my therapist because I trust their opinions about things. So those are people that I go to when I need a sounding board, and I'm like, hey, does this make sense? Or is this awful? Or is this okay? Or am I overthinking this? And they'll usually be able to ground me and go, no, that's fine. Or yeah, you're totally overthinking this. I especially appreciate Carly because I feel like she's always able to pull back and do the bird's eye view and see things that I miss. And really that just helps me calm down. She's such a great friend. I love the fact that those individuals love me. They're non-judgmental, and I don't have to wear the weight of their opinions because they're not like that. And number five, kind of like what I mentioned before, is just accept the fact that, not everyone's going to like you, and you have to be okay with it. I have finally made peace with that. So for me personally, when somebody doesn't like me, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll move on. So now that you know the number one thing that you need to stop wearing to feel pretty, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this sort of video and want to see more like it, click over here because I'm going to put a link to more of my mental health videos. And if you're not into that and you want to see some makeup, check out over here. I'll put a link to some tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and please share if you enjoy.